Myself, Pushpender Kumar. I'm currently working as a DevOps architect in OLX India, and I'm talking about the logging platform. So, how cost effective and cloud agnostic logging by the ClickHouse. So, we'll talk about that. So, agenda is overview of the logging tools, then challenges in traditional logging tools, ClickHouse architecture. Then we talk about the comparison between ClickHouse and Elasticsearch, and performance and cost insight, and the finally case study of OLX India. Just move to the next slide. Yeah, so the importance of logging. Uh, so to investigating incident and the current tracing and the application stats, so logging is the very important things. If we capture the application logs correctly and we have the complete logging visualization, then it is very helpful to trace your application, or let's say if any issue is happened, then logging is the very positive or very best tool. So to help the understanding of the state of distributed system and important of the auditing and compliance as well. So let's say sometimes we have a requirement to audit and for the compliance point of view as well. So is the logging is the important things. So quick survey: which platform do you see for logging? Open source platform or third party license solution? So as we can use the open source as well, or we can use the third party license solution as well. But for the especially for the third party license, if we are using, so there are some key challenges like expensive licensing cost, high data injection costs, data transfer cost, and the vendor locking. And yeah, just move to the, and this is also like if you are using some license or some third party solution, so in that case the another problem statement is your compliance. So your internet logging is managed by some other platform. Let's say if you are using NR logging or any other cloud solution in terms of the logging, so there is a compliance issue, or let's say audit issue, where you are logging your complete application logs. To challenging the source logging tool is like Elasticsearch, Kibana stacks have been popular, but the key challenges is high operational cost for storage, processing, and maintenance, as well as the scaling difficulties as long as data volume grows. So Elasticsearch is a very popular tool, but whenever your data is in PT or petabyte, then there is a difficulty to query your logs on the real time. So this is the ability of the ClickHouse to, it's a cloud agnostic ability to operate across different cloud platform, either it is AWS or either it is cloud, Google Cloud, or even I think as far as I know, it is also integrated with Azure as well, and without vendor locking. There is no vendor lock if you are using the open source of the ClickHouse. So just ClickHouse and Grafana, move to the next. So it is a just small summary. Although Rakesh and team already describe how ClickHouse work and how it is the backend architecture. So it is like column-oriented database, to analytical processes to generate the report and using the SQL queries of the real time. Fast, reliable, scalable, hardware efficient, and highly reliable and simply to handy. So we are using almost of 1 year of the ClickHouse for the logging in our OLX platform, and as it is reliable and simply, so if you are using SQL server, then it is similar to and very easy to use to you. The same fashion of the SQL, you can execute your ClickHouse query as well. And as already many of you know how Grafana is work, and Grafana is also multi-platform open source. You can use to visualize your logging your logs and visualize your dashboard as per your data source or as per your data or pattern. Yeah. Move to the next. As I said, to ClickHouse and Grafana both are the multi-cloud deployment. Both are the cloud agnostic platform. Flexibility to choose the best cloud provider. You can go with the Google Cloud or you can go with the AWS as well. And in terms of the cost and performance, it is very fast in terms of as soon as your data is grow, and integrate the various cloud services supporting hybrid and multi-cloud environment. So even you can integrate your ClickHouse platform on the on-prem, or let's say on your hybrid architecture as well. Why ClickHouse is an excellent fit for logging? So as I said, is a column-oriented database and well suited for the OLAP workload. Logging in the similar attribute with the OLAP workload, such as ready heavy, having large batch of insert, and very mutation and containing mostly immutable data. So compression is also the very popular features of the ClickHouse. So it is used broadly. It is used JLET for JHSTD to compress the data. And in our scenario as well, we have reduced almost 80% of storage volume of our logging platform. So it is support dictionary compression useful to column and low coordinated, and also use the directory index to compress your data. Just move to the next. So for the scalability point of view, so the basic architecture is ClickHouse it is use the data node, and it is also use the keeper to coordinate with the data node. So it's depend on you how you want to set up or how you want to implement the ClickHouse. So you can use number of shard, you can use number of replicas, and based on your data, based on your pattern you are using, you can define the architecture of the ClickHouse. In our case, we are using multiple number of nodes, and we have the standalone keeper and number of shards as well. So this is the architecture we have at the moment. So we are using vector agent. It is running as a daemon sets. So it is just collect the logs from our microservices running beside the Kubernetes cluster. Forward the logs to aggregator. So a vector agent running as a daemon sets, and aggregator as a deployment. So vector just collect the log and forward to the aggregator. On the same time, we are using transforming as well. So we are transforming our log based on our some of internal use cases. It just aggregated transform the logs and forward to our data source, which is ClickHouse in our case. And we have the different schema table based on the logging. So we have multiple microservices, and most of the application have the different behavior of the logging. So we have the different type of the schema as well. So somewhere we are logging user audit logs, somewhere we are logging the application services logs. So based on that, we have the multiple schemas. And then we have integrated with Grafana. In terms of the cost, just move to the next case. Yeah. So as I said, it is no license, reducing the overall cost. It is cloud agnostic deployment, support distributed processing, horizontal scaling, and allow organization to only add resources as needed, because it just support the distributing and horizontal scaling. Just move to the next. So this is the structure. This is the general structure of ClickHouse look like. So it is a column base, as we discussed earlier as well. So this is like user ID, first name, last name, and then bonus. And this is the oriented storage, or then we have the column oriented storage. So because it is uses the column oriented storage, that is why it is response or return the query faster. Move to the next. So this is the comparison we have with Elasticsearch and ClickHouse. So on the same time, we write the 3 million of logs, and on the Elasticsearch size, we have the 14 TB of disk space with 3x M5A 8x large 3 node with 32 core and 128 GB RAM. So the overall cost excluding EBS is 2.67 per hour. And on the same time in the ClickHouse we have 30 million logs, and due to the compression we have only 2.5 TB, so it is almost 80 or 90% of disk storage has reduced due to the compression of ClickHouse. And on the same time the instance type we are using R582X large, which we have the 4 instances, 8 core and 64 GB RAM. So it is the hourly cost will be like 1.14 per hour. So almost 50 or 57% overall cost we have reduced based due to use of the ClickHouse. So the purpose of the ClickHouse is open source, flexibility, expandability, efficient use of storage and computer resource, exceptional cost saving. As I said, more than 80% saving in storage cost, more than 50% saving in server cost, exceptional performance and scalability. So we have around 180 TB logging data monthly basis on the different cloud platform. And the problem statement we have, although we have the different platform, so one of the this is problem. And the another problem is, as we have the high volume of the data, so sometimes we are unable to query the logs on the real time. When let's say any issues occur, so sometimes let's say we are using ELK stack, so due to the heavy data we are not able to retrieve the logs whenever it is required. So the case study of OLX log migration to ClickHouse. So as I said, OLX, just about OLX. So OLX is a classified platform. You can sell everything in OLX except your soul, because we have already said that we corporate. Yeah, just move. So OLX tag platform generate high amount of log data daily across different funnel for a 90 days of retention period. So let's say if a 90 days of retention period, so we require around 90x of storage of storing the logs. So as I said, we have the multiple tools, ELK, license platform, Olive Foundwatch. So bills getting out of hands, as we are using multiple platform and have the high number of amount of data. So in that case, the another pain point is the cost, because we have the high data ingestion cost, high data transfer cost, and vendor lock-in. Both 3-4 problem we have on. So as I also said, is we have save around 80% of cost because of the data compression of ClickHouse, lower cost of running comparison of the ELK, and removal of the data transfer cost. So this is the complete high level architecture of overview of OLX. So as I already mentioned, so we have n number of microservices. Then we have the vector daemon set, which is collect and forward the logs to aggregator. Aggregator transform the logs with the help of VRL. And then we have process and structure the logs. We are using DNS endpoint here to distribute the logs to different nodes. As we have the multiple nodes, so we have one data node, then second data node, then keeper for the coordination. So we are using distributed table. So as in the initial of start, Rakesh is mentioned to select your appropriate engine type, let's say merge tree, and the best feature I observed for the distributed table is in the initial of slides, Rakesh is mentioned some of one of the client is using 4,000 server as a ClickHouse node. So if you are using a distributed table, so ClickHouse has smart intelligence to distribute all the data for all the node. So you are not think about it. It will automatically use if you are using the distributed table. So we are using distributed table here, and it will automatically write the data to the sharded table. And for visualization, we are using Grafana. So we are querying to the distributed table only, and distributed table manage all the things internally. Simplified the setup guide. it is very simple. You can just install the Grafana using Helm or any other package manager by your choice. Install the, even it is not mandatory to use the vector, although we are using vector, but there is a multiple agent you can use like Fluent Bait, vector and more. So, but in our case, we are using vector. So step 3, like you have to configure vector, then source and sync. So in the ClickHouse configuration, there are 2 or 3 portions, which is like the source. Source is to where you write your data, and sync is it is your ClickHouse DB endpoints. So source where you want to, where you have collect your data, let's say vector, and then sync. Sync is your ClickHouse DB. So you can use sync ClickHouse or S3 or many other option is also available. And then you have to define your log table in the schema for ClickHouse database. So whenever you are defining your schema table, so you have to carry about the structure of your table based on the pattern of you have. Let's say if you are using ClickHouse for logging point of view, then you have to identify the logs of pattern and number of column you required, and then you have to define your schema. Based on the schema you have defined is depend on the query and the performance of your overall ClickHouse cluster. And you can also define the indexing, TTL and data partition key. TTL is as a part of logging, we are using let's say 30 or 60 days of TTL. So it is automatically behind the scene, it is automatically delete your data which is older than 30 days or 60 days, whatever TTL you have configured. Indexing also will help you to give the faster performance if you are using the indexing and the partition key as well. And for Grafana dashboard, you can just query your logs by the help of your Grafana dashboard. Yeah. So should you migrate to ClickHouse? So the answer is it's depend. Might be it is fit of your case or might be not. But ideally, if you have a small data, then might be not. But if you have a large number of data, then it might be yes. Thank you.